Hello guys and welcome to Blue Lock. Now today we'll be making another game in Scratch, and the game is going to be a racing game. So two cars from this side of the screen are going to go to that side of the screen, and whichever car finishes first wins. So, and you could be able to move this car, your car, by pressing the space button all the way to the finish line before the car from this area moves all the way from to this finish line. So, in order to do that, we're gonna want to make a main menu first for the game. So we're gonna go ahead and pick a background. We don't want the main menu background color being white, so we're gonna change it to I don't know, maybe we can make it green for the grass outside. And then let's change it to this so we can fill it. Sometimes, actually most of the time, I don't know why, but in order to fill a screen, you have to use bitmap to fill the entire screen. That's what I do anyways. I don't know if you have to do that or not, but that's what I like to do because it's just easier, because I don't know how to. I'm going to show you. If I were to go to vector, go to the green filling line and press it, nothing would happen. So that's why I usually do it in bitmap, because it fills the entire screen. Now, this is a nice background, but we're going to want a racetrack too. So we're going to go ahead and have a gray or black. We could do black for the racetrack. We want it in the middle of the screen, so we're going to do like down there. But we also want the yellow lines in the middle, you know how the roads are. Or I think they're white. They're either yellow or white. But it doesn't matter the color, because this time we're gonna make them yellow. We're gonna move it all the way over here, and then we're gonna copy it by grabbing the right amount, copying it and pasting it. So now we have that, and we're gonna move it right over here. And we're just gonna keep doing this until we have enough yellow lines in the road. We can leave that one. Actually, it doesn't look even, so we'll move it off to the side a little bit. There we go. And our last few are coming up. They don't have to be exactly even. Just even enough to where it doesn't look weird. Just down by one. There we go. And then we need one more line to finish it off. There we go. So now that we have that, that is our proper main menu screen. But we're going to want some buttons too. So we're going to go ahead and go to costumes. And we're going to go to the text and then go to pixel art. And then we want the text to be, we don't want it to blend in with the background, because then we won't be able to see the words. So maybe we can make it blue. So now that we have that, we can do what we did the last time on the other game, but instead I want to make it a circle. So we can go ahead and make this, we can make this black. So we can go like that. But then again, it's not pixel art, so we'll go to bitmap. And then now it's pixel art. So we're going to go ahead and move this circle into the middle. But we're going to move it back. Well, we're going to put this here actually first. So then when we have this, it's going to go on top, but we're going to move it back. If we go in the vector area, we can go ahead and, I need to have it not over top of the start button first. So we're going to turn it front. It's grabbing the entire thing, so we could just, instead of that, we should just put this in the middle. To make it easier so you don't have to do it, you just put it in the middle, make the text blue. Because what you make first is going to be on the top layer. Or, it's going to be, what you make first is going to be the back layer, sorry. So, what you make second is going to be on top. So there we go, we have our start button. We might want to move it down, though. So, right here, but we want to move it, we want to check if it's in the center first. Our start button is in the center. So we're going to move it to x equals 0. So now it's in the center of the screen. So we want a help button too, like we had last time. So we're going to duplicate the sprite, and then delete that so it doesn't say start, and then add a question mark. Which we didn't do this last time, but I forgot we can also do symbols in the texting too. So our question mark is going to look much better. Because, to be honest, I am not that good at drawing question marks. But then again, like I said before, it's just a habit of mine. You need to draw the first thing first. Like so. It's not really a circle, it's a bit oval. Just a bit. It's gonna be smaller than the other circle. But there we go. But we want the question mark to be afterwards, so it's on top. And maybe we can make it red. Or yellow. I like yellow. Make the size a little bigger. And before we do this, we're gonna put the circle in the middle of the sprite canvas. And then we're gonna put the question mark in. So now it's in the middle. And then we can go ahead and put this to the same y as the start, which is negative 99. So we're going to move this to negative 99. Now we've done that, we can move it to the right. Make sure it's at negative 99. And there we have it. So we're going to make a use for the help button now. So we're going to go to when the green flag is clicked, it's going to show. And when this sprite is clicked, the sprite is going to disappear. So hide, and it's going to broadcast a message, and the message is going to be help. And then we're going to go to the start button, and then we're going to go to when the green flag is clicked, it's going to show, and then when I receive the broadcast help, it's going to hide. And then the background can stay the same because I'm not too worried about that. But so now let's try it. There we have it. But we're gonna want some words to appear, so we're gonna go ahead and do. Maybe we want it in red. Let's try it in red first. That's pinkish. There we go. Let's see. We want it to say. There we go. So we're going to want to move this to the center of the screen. And then align it. But we might want it at the top of the screen, so let's do 90. 90, or maybe 100. There we go. And like usual, we're going to do but we're going to want to hide when we press the green flag button, and we're going to want to show when we go to help. And then we're going to create a new sprite. Because this time we're going to have an exit button so we can get out of the get out of the help button so we can go back to the home screen. But it got me again. I need to do the circle first. But this time it could be a red circle with a black X. So we can go ahead and put both of these things in the center, circle in the center, and then the X in the center. So now we can align this exit button into the corner, and now we have an exit button. But like the words, we're going to want to hide them when the green flag is clicked, but make it where they show when the help is clicked. And from here, we're going to want to make when the sprite is clicked. And when the sprite is clicked, it's going to hide. So we have that. And then it's going to broadcast home. So when that happens, it's going to go back to the home menu with the start and help button. So let's go ahead and do that. When home is clicked, when I receive home, sorry, not when home is clicked, when I receive home, it's going to hide. Because when we want to press it, it's going to want to hide the word, so it's going to go back to the home screen. Let's go ahead and fix that, there we go. And then, now, we're going to want, when I receive home, the sprite is going to show. You see where this is going now. And then we're going to do the same thing here. So now, we press the help, it's going to go in here, press the exit, and then it shows up again. So now we're going to want to make a use for the start button. So we're going to go to when the sprite is clicked, the start button is going to hide, and it's going to broadcast start. And then when this happens, we want the help button to disappear. We don't want to worry about the other buttons because the start button, you're not going to be able to click the start button when these are here because the start button and the help button are gone. So we only want the help button to disappear. So that means we're going to add some code in here. When I receive start, it's going to hide. So let's try it. There we go. Now we want our cars to appear here and here. And they can go across the screen over to the flags. So first we're going to want to make the flags. Or just the flag. Representing the finish line. So, not that good at pixel art, but let's go ahead and try. I think I'm good enough to make a flag. I should be. But we're gonna want the start to be brown. We're gonna zoom in real good. Start making that flag. I'm gonna use the line tool for the pole. Now we're going to want to make the flag part, which can be yellow. I warned you, I'm not right good at pixel art. But it's a flag. Of some sort. Try to make it look better. Yeah, that's the best I could do. Okay. Is it the best I could do? We got it. So now we have that. Looks something like a flag. We're gonna put it in the center. Always remember to put your things in the center. And we're gonna want to enlarge it. So we're gonna want maybe it's pretty small, so 600. That's fine. We can put that thing right here. So it's like the star of the flag is in the middle, and then it's like it's standing up. Okay, so we're gonna want our cars now. Before we add any code to the flag, we're gonna want our cars. So now more pixel art. I'm not good at doing cars, but let's see. And actually, I might not even have to do this, because if I go in here to choose a sprite area, I can go to choose a sprite, and it'll show a list of sprites that I can use, as you can see here. But we're gonna want to try to go to car. I don't know if they, none of them is what I really like. So let's go ahead and make our own pixel art car. Okay, so I'm not the best at making cars, but let's do this. This is supposed to be the wheel, but I don't know. We can copy and paste for the second wheel. This actually looks worse than I thought. Okay, well that's our, car. Pretty sure you can make a better one. There we go, that's our car of some sort. Looks more like a truck than a car, but it looks like a something. So now we have our red car. For player 1, which we want to do 600. And we might not even want to make the wheels completely black because they blend in with the road. So we're gonna want that. It looks even more terrible, but it's the least we could do. Okay, so now we have that. We're gonna want our second car, player 2, or CPU 2. Which is the computer. They gotta race against. Alright. So now we have our two cars. Pretty sure they're not in the same alignment, but that'll do. Our two cars, which don't look so bad when they're placed on a race car. I mean a racetrack. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Okay, so now we want it to hide when the flag is clicked, but show when it receives help. I mean start. Sorry, I'm getting so confused. Okay, so that happens, and we want to copy the same code. So we're going to go ahead and drag the code into the car, the blue car. So now we have the same code in there. Well, not quite. Where'd the other line of code go into? It went somewhere, but that's bad. Okay, well, we're not gonna worry. Actually, we're definitely gonna worry about that. Never mind. They're both showing. Even though wait a minute. Wait, what? You guys saw that. I didn't... Oh, they're on top of each other. Okay, I thought I was going crazy for a second. Okay. That's good. So they both appear. And we want the red car to move whenever you press the space button. So we're gonna want if the space key pressed. We want it to go back in the same position though when the game starts. So when the game starts, it's gonna stay at that position. But when the space key pressed, it's gonna move 10 steps. Let's see what that looks like. That's what that looks like. And the car is gonna go back to normal. Okay. And then we want that car there to continuously go. But wait, hold on. Before our race starts, don't we want to ready, set, go? Yeah, we do. So we're gonna want to make another sprite, and we're gonna want words in probably white. We won't be able to see them on the canvas because the canvas is white too, but we'll be able to see them on screen. So we want ready. And then we want to make it bigger. Actually, we can make it bigger by changing the size of the entire sprite area. But we want to make sure they're all in the middle. And then we're going to grab it, delete it, and then go to white again, and then do set. Delete it again. And then go. And we want it in the center of the screen. We're going to want to make it bigger as well. So 600. That's just our lucky number of the day. So now that we have that, we're going to want to hide when it starts, the usual. But then when start comes, we're going to want to make it show. But we're going to want the costume to be on... Oh, there we go. We're going to want the costume to be on costume 1, because costume 1 has the word ready. We want to do that. And then we're going to make it to where 1 second until switch to costume 2. And then another 1 second to switch to costume 3. So let's see how that turns out. There we go. But we're going to want that to hide. We want that to stay on the screen because we won't be able to see what we're doing. So now let's see how that turns out. There we go. And when it hides, we want to send off another broadcast. So it's going to broadcast go. There we go. And when the broadcast go happens, when I receive go, it's going to repeat until touching the flag. And the flag is sprite 5. And it's going to continuously change. It's going to continuously move 5 steps. Or maybe 2. Let's see how that turns out. There we go. That's the blue car, and it's going to stop until it's touching the flag, but it never actually managed to touch the flag because it's in the middle. Or it's not really quite in the middle, so we're going to make it like that. And let's try it again. We're going to want to have to reset the position of the blue car, though, because we didn't add the code to make it reset the position by itself. So we're going to do that right now. There we go. So now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and go to our red car, and we realize something. Our space moves us 10 steps, and just watch. We can move before we're ready, so we're cheating. We don't want that. So we're going to make a variable, and the variable is going to be named ready, with a question mark. And when the green flag is clicked, it's going to set ready to no. And then we're going to have ready set to, we're going to go ahead and go into the text, and we're going to have ready set to yes when it broadcasts go. Now we have that variable. We're going to do when space key press, if ready equals yes, then move 10 steps. So now watch our code. We can't go when it's not ready yet. So now we have that, we're gonna want one more thing. When the blue car, actually 2 more things. 3 more things maybe. When the blue car reaches the yellow flag, it stops. And we want the game to stop. So it's gonna stop all when it's touching the flag. And then when the red car is touching the flag, I'm gonna copy this code. But we're not gonna have that. It's gonna be when I receive go. If touching sprite 5, which is the flag, then broadcast win. And then now that we have that, we're going to go in here, and we're gonna test something. Let's try winning. Spamming the space button. When we touch it, it does not broadcast win. Why? Well, it doesn't broadcast win because it doesn't broadcast win because it only happens once. We didn't repeat it. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. We're gonna put a repeat until instead of forever, because that's what I usually do. Even though forever works too. And now we need to have a use to win. We're gonna have a costume in here that has the text "You win." It's gonna be white. Can't really see it though. There we go. Put it in the middle. And it's a little bit too big, so we're gonna size it down. Just for this sprite. So now that we have that, it says you win. And we're gonna want to switch this. We're gonna wanna make it to where when it receives win, it's gonna switch to the 4th costume, which is the winning. And then it's gonna stop everything. And then it's gonna set ready to no, so the car stops moving. And that's what we're gonna set to here. When the car wins, it's gonna set everything to no. Or ready to no. So the red car won't keep moving. So now we have our game, let's test it out. Can't press anything. And let's go. Let's win this thing. We won the game, and it stopped, but it didn't show up when we wanted it to, and I know why. We didn't have a show button. It was still hidden. Now if we make it show, it says you win, because we won. But it was hidden, so we have to switch it to show. Let's try that again. And now we've made our game. So, with that, that is just, it's great. We can see what happens when we lose too, if we just sit there. It's gonna take a little while. But there we have it. The blue car wins, everything stops, and you don't win. You can add like a you lose thing here, or like just like more elements to the game, like just like grass, and like just like a referee. You can add really anything you want, and that's it for today. So remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.